Hey guys, it's Anirudh again here. So today I'm going to give up, that is in this video, you're just gonna see some 2 to 3 minutes of brief PowerPoint on what is the concepts of software engineering. So software engineering is a concept which is evolved after late 1990s, because even before they were creating the softwares, but what was happening is the failure rate was very high. The software firms had a lot of loss due to the customers not accepting their projects due to the high failure rates. To decline or to reduce these failure rates in the software development, there were some standards which were to be followed depending on whether it's a large scale, whether it's a small company. But these are the regular things which is the must to be followed so that you can reduce the software failure rates. Well, there are some models. I'll just cover it up. Okay. It's gonna take some time. Just meanwhile, I'll tell you. This PowerPoint is basically gonna explain you on the software development life cycle models like the waterfall model and uh, the spiral model and many such models. Okay, here it is. Software engineering introduction. Okay, okay. So so this is the software definition, software characteristics, and so basically you need to know what's the definition of the software development, software characteristics, and it's like delivering and developing. There are two types of softwares basically, which is the generic software and the customized software. What the generic software means? Generic software means general software where the development firm will not be knowing who is the end customer or who is the one specifically working on this software, like PowerPoint, Word, and Visual Basic, say Paint, Calculator. These are all the softwares which is used by general public. Then we'll move on to customize. The customized thing is specific software done as per the requirements specified by the customer. Well, there is a whole lot of difference. So basically, the entire software engineering is gonna go stand on these kind of softwares development. Okay. Then it's the software process. So once I say the software process was mainly to reduce the failure rates. Okay. Anywhere you go in the software engineering field, mainly you need to be rotating around these things like specification, development, validation, and then the evolution. These are the main constraints which are the must. The names and as per the stages will be changing, but the meaning is these things itself. So, specification, you will just collect the raw software requirements and you specify the architecture, the software architecture, which is the initial step basically done by the DBA team. Okay, then comes the development team. Here, the user interface design. Okay, and then what is the functionality design? Okay, and then the development design. Development is like the coding done by software programmers. If it's a large product or if it's a large firm, then the software development includes testing the team also. Then it finally meets up um, the end customer for further verification or further evolution of the project. Then it's with validation. You do like the coder does the unit testing. Validation is nothing but the testing. The requirements should be working properly. Things should not go out of the requirements. Validation is the must. Then, once you deliver, after some 10 or 15 years, maybe the firm has changed or the firm has grown up. You may need further extension of the software or some little bit changes in the software. Then, software evolution. This is what is called the software evolution. So, these are the four basic things which will be running in and around of software engineering, the entire concept. Then, the software process model. Um, these are the three basic models: workflow model, data flow model, and the role or the action model. Okay, this is not in much detail required. Software attributes. So I can tell these as invisible or the non-functional functionality of the software, because these points are basically carried or noted observing the functionality of your project, robust usability, efficiency. Keeping these things in mind, you are going to develop the software, efficient software, rather, I can say. So, your software will be measured, the efficiency, the quality will be measured based on the measurement of each of these non functional attributes collected on the functionality of your project. Okay, there are many much more. These are certain few basic things. Okay, key challenges of software engineering. There are legacy challenge, heterogeneity, delivery challenge. This is much more related with the company. Okay, professional and ethical responsibility. This is entirely applicable only for the development company, not related to the customers. So, what is the responsibility or the ethical responsibility of the development team or the entire software engineering team for the best software to come out as? Confidentiality, competence. It's a very important, because things will be monitored due to the competence. I mean, like, when you create a project, you need to compete with other firms, like the quality of the project, or maybe the functionality, or the rate of what the quality of the competence is. Okay, then intellectual property rights, then the computer misuse. Yeah, fine. Many much more points. This is not much bother about this, because this is just like a attribute, non-functional attribute, which is not much essential, but it's a needed to know point. Then this is the main part: software development life cycle. Okay, so these are certain models: generic waterfall, V model, prototype, rapid application development, spiral model, increment model. After the unit testing, first thing you will take up to reduce the software failure rate is waterfall model. This is the basic thing. Well, this involves only a basic or small softwares, not in much with the complex projects. With this spiral model, this is related only with the complex projects, and the rate of the software is also dependent on what is the complexity and number of spirals involved in the entire development cycle. Okay. Then the prototype V model is one such model. Many such models used by different companies as per their requirements and their efficiency. So this is a basic about software engineering. The further things will be only dependent on these models as well as the four specifications. These four things. That's it. Thank you.